Hi, I'm Roger Peterson. Welcome back to Pro 423. Well, I'm imagining that this idea of revisiting your injuries, talking about your past, your childhood, is probably brand new to most of you, and you're just not sure how to get started. Well, let me give you a couple of word pictures that sort of help me get started, and they may help you. The first one, imagine a clean tabletop, and sitting in the middle of this clean tabletop is a big fishing line knot. Right? A fishing line knot usually is pretty big, but in the middle of the fishing line knot is usually this little tiny ball of tangled up line that's really tight. Because someone tried to fix it and they pulled and they made the little section where it's crazy really tight. And you can hardly see what's going where because it's transparent for the most part and it's tiny and just frustrating. Imagine that sitting on the table. But also imagine on the table is a needle. There's good light, maybe a magnifying glass, but a needle. And what you do is, this is what I used to do when I was a kid, stick the needle in the middle of the ball and just tug a little bit. Just tug a little bit and see if anything gives. If nothing gives, pull it out, stick it in somewhere else, and just tug and see if anything gives. See if there's any movement. See if you can loosen it up a little bit. And if you find something that gets a little loose, follow it. Try to loosen it some more. Needles are questions. Maybe the past looks overwhelming. Just start asking questions. Start asking questions and see if anything gives. See if anything gets loose. You know, what were your parents like when you were little? What they used to fight about? Did they used to hug a lot? What was your elementary school teachers like? What was your favorite year? What was your worst year? What's your worst memory of school? What was your first girlfriend like? Did you have a lot of friends? Did you have no friends? Were you popular? Were you smart or not very smart? Embarrassing moments? Just start asking questions. If you get a shrugging of the shoulders, pull the needle out and go somewhere else, you know? Just start asking questions. The other picture that I have, and this is going to sound a little strange too, imagine your backyard is exactly 1 acre square. And it's fenced in, got a nice 6-foot fence around it, and there's a shovel leaning up against the house. And then I tell you, somewhere in your backyard is buried $100,000 in a coffee can, and it's not more than 2 feet deep. What do? That's the only hint you have. You start digging. What if you don't find anything? Try it again. Eventually you're going to find it. And I guarantee you this. If we have patterns of overreacting or underreacting, there's injuries in there. Because a healthy heart doesn't do that. An unhealthy heart, a heart that has been left unguarded, becomes dysfunctional. A healthy heart doesn't do that. There's $100,000 somewhere. Go start digging. Don't get frustrated if you don't find anything for a while. Persistence is a big deal. Okay? So those are a couple of word pictures that I hope will get you down the road. Remember, the goal is not to figure out anything. Right? The goal is not to figure out what to do next. That's not the goal. The goal of these conversations is simply to have conversations and to discover those pockets of pain and to talk. The goal is not to give advice. The goal is not to figure it out. The goal is to talk and revisit your injuries. Just to revisit and feel the pain and process. That's the goal.